Hello, level casters. Welcome to your daily dose of international news. Let's find out what's happening around the world today, May 25, 2026. News 1 of 18. First, in France, there's a serious child abuse scandal. Paris police are investigating over 100 claims of bad treatment, including violence and sexual assault, by school staff called monitors. Parents' groups say they have been trying to get attention for these problems for many years. This is a very worrying situation for families and schools in France. News 2 of 18. Next, the mining company BHP is facing questions about its commitment to fighting climate change. Leaked documents show that BHP is spending a lot of money on diesel trucks, which cause pollution, in an area called Pilbara. They also cancelled plans for a factory that would reduce carbon emissions. Internal messages suggest they are slowing down their efforts to become more environmentally friendly. This raises concerns about their promises to protect the environment. News 3 of 18. The World Health Organization, or WHO, has warned that the spread of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC, is happening faster than they can respond. The Director General of the WHO has asked countries nearby to act quickly to help stop the disease. This is a serious health crisis needing urgent attention. News 4 of 18. In Laos, rescuers from Thailand are helping to free 7 people who are trapped in a flooded cave. The group has been stuck for 5 days after heavy rain caused landslides. This is a dangerous situation, and rescue teams are working hard to get them out safely. News 5 of 18. Moving to the Middle East, there's a surprising development in the ongoing tension with Iran. Old rivals in the region are now working together to push the U.S. President, Mr. Trump, towards a peace deal. Iran, however, says a deal is not close, even with some progress. There's also growing worry in Israel about a possible agreement with Trump. Tehran says mixed messages from the U.S. and interference from Israel are making talks difficult, and oil prices have fallen. News 6 of 18. In Georgia, a new Trump Tower building is planned for land partly owned by the son of a leader who is currently facing U.S. sanctions. This connection between the Trump Organization and the Ivanishvili family in Tbilisi is causing new concerns about conflicts of interest. News 7 of 18. Armenia, a former Soviet country, is being seen as a new connection point between the East and West. As the country prepares for elections, it is caught in a struggle for influence between powerful nations like Russia, the US, Turkey, Europe, and Azerbaijan. This makes Armenia a very important country on the world stage. News 8 of 18. Regarding the war in Ukraine, President Putin has been accused of reckless nuclear brinkmanship after a missile strike on Kyiv using an Oreshnik missile. This deadly attack has been strongly criticized across Europe. French President Macron has also warned the Belarusian leader, Mr. Lukashenko, to stay out of the war. This is day 1552 of the conflict. News 9 of 18. Today's news also highlights that people's patience with privatization has finally ended. After many years of countries selling state-owned services to private companies, voters are now questioning who these services truly benefit. Even the Labour Party's cautious approach to this issue is starting to lose support. News 10 of 18. In Botswana, a couple named Bonolo Salelo and Sulufelo Kumail are fighting to make same-sex marriage legal. They are going to court for this right, but they are facing strong opposition from church groups. Their fight is an important step for human rights in the country. News 11 of 18. The British Prime Minister, Mr. Starmer, is being asked to step in and help a British human rights activist who is facing what some call a rigged prosecution in India. Senior lawyers are calling on him to ask Indian prosecutors to drop the charges, as they believe it would break a rule about not being tried for the same crime twice. News 12 of 18. Western Europe is experiencing extreme heat, with record-high temperatures for May across France. The mercury in Spain has also climbed much higher than normal, and this hot weather is expected to continue for several more days. This is a significant weather event for the region. News 13 of 18. Pope Leo has spoken out against what he calls a culture of power that is driving the rise of artificial intelligence, or AI. The pontiff is calling for the disarming of AI and has also apologized for the Church's delay in speaking out against slavery in the past. News 14 of 18. In Cyprus, the far-right Elam party, which is inspired by a group called Golden Dawn, has gained more votes in the recent election. This party, which is strongly against Turkey, has doubled its number of seats. However, the main political parties did not lose as much support as was expected. News 15 of 18. A rare notebook page by the famous artist Rubens is now on display in his home city of Antwerp. This double-sided page, which includes a sketch and some writing, is giving new information about the Baroque master and his time living in Rome. News 16 of 18. Australian activists who were part of a group trying to deliver aid to Gaza, called the Global Sumit Flotilla, have returned home. They claim they were sexually assaulted and beaten while being held in Israeli detention. Their stories are raising serious concerns about their treatment. News 17 of 18. Sweden's Prime Minister, Ulf Kristersson, is making IVF a central part of his re-election campaign. He wants to expand state-funded IVF because Sweden is facing its lowest birth rates since records began. This shows the country's concern about its future population. News 18 of 18. Finally, in London, there's a division among opponents of the Iranian regime. Supporters of Reza Pahlavi, the son of the last king of Iran, are clashing with those who do not want the monarchy to return. This shows the different ideas about the future of Iran among its opponents. Outro. That's all for today's global updates, Levelcasters. Keep practicing your English with us, and we'll be back soon with more news. See you next time.